Good evening. Just trying to get to your comments. Hi Mary. Hi Natasha. Glad you're feeling better, lovely lady. Hi Jane, lovey. Just wait for a few more to join us. Hello Lisa. It's been a bit chilly today, hasn't it all? Oh, I love it when Natasha writes in a language. It's beautiful. H-A-I, so that's hi. I like it when you say hi hi. It's so cute. Right, I think we'll get started. So, good evening. I think you all know me by now because I'm here every fortnight. It's Heidi Hobson, and I'm very lucky to be a member of the Lisa Horton design team and have been from the beginning, which is almost a year, which is a huge achievement and loving every minute of it. So what I tried to do is give you a little bit of inspiration on how to use your products. Sometimes we may show you things that you've done before. Hopefully occasionally we'll show you something new. But sometimes we all get a little bit block where we're not sure where to go. So we do these lives to give your mind a little push and have a good go. So I'll move the sign out the way. And you will giggle a few minutes before coming on live. As you know, I have a lovely cat called Angel. Nowhere near as naughty as Madame Prudence, I will let you know. Decides to come and join me, so I've had to move everything around very quickly, but we're okay. So this is the card, or something like this card, that we are going to do this evening. Hi Nicola, hi Wanda. I'll try and say hi to you all as you're coming in. I've basically done it on a 5x5, so that if you be careful how you go with the candy cane, you can just get it into a 6x6 envelope. Because I know sometimes, and I do it myself, we make the cards and then we think, oh, it's not going to go in the envelope. So what we need to do is, if you think it's not going to go in the envelope, just try and do something on a bit of a smaller card, and then hopefully you'll have something a little bit bigger to work on. Okay, so now I love it. I love the Christmas stamps and all the Christmas display. It is my favourite time of year. So I'm enjoying myself. I just wanted to show you another one I made. I'm going to put that there. So a little bit of a contrast. And we went for blue just to show you, change it up a little bit. And I found some bits of foil. You probably see a little glisten. So I've added a bit of foil onto the snowflakes and the snowman. And then we've gone for a gold sort of background there, just to step it up a little bit and give you some different ideas. Now, to begin with, the stamp and die set I use first is the Floral Jars A5 stamp set. As you can see, I don't really bother cleaning stamps because I think as they build a little bit of ink on them, it actually makes them work better. So I use the stamp and the matching die set to get my bottle. I found myself using these a lot more than the others, just because I think they're a little bit smaller. I think I like these shapes better, but I use the others as well. I love all of them. It's just what you prefer. So you could use any set for this. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to reach over and get. I've stamped onto some. It's just Lisa's stamping card. I haven't embossed on this, and I'll show you why later. And then I have just die cut out of black card with the die. If you didn't manage to get the dies, you can cut round them, but the dies do cut lovely, and it does match up. Otherwise, you're going to have to draw around and then cut that way. Okay, so we'll get started. Now, the first stamp I've used for the background is this beautiful musical note, as you can see. So I'll make sure I get you on screen. This one, I'm just trying to put the packaging here. There you go. It's called Music Sheet, and it's an A6 stamp. I got some for the design team, but I have purchased all the background stamps because I find all of them very, very useful for everything that I make. And the music, because you'll know I post a lot of videos of Spencer being a musician, so it's great for that. But I always link music into Christmas, and I think music works all year round, which is a good thing in my book. We like our things to work together. Okay, I'm going to use a stamp platform. You don't have to, you can just use a block. It's just that I had one handy, so I thought that's what we would do. Okay, so here's the card, which is just a 5x5. I've gone for craft. You can use white, basically anything what suits. So what I'm going to do is place the bottle onto my stamp platform. This is one that has the rubbery bit, so I don't really need to put the magnet down. It tends to hold okay. So I'm just going to line it up, and it will slightly miss the bottom, but you won't notice that at all. Okay, now I'm going to use Versamark ink. I like using Versamark because it's a very sticky ink. It's oil based, and it has a longer time drying for if you're going to emboss. You can just use an ordinary embossing ink for this, and if you wanted to use a coloured ink, you could also do that. But this technique I'm showing you today, a lot of you, if you've been stamping a while, will probably have seen it. I think it's about 20 years I've been doing this. It's one of my favourite techniques, and I think we have to remember the new crafters and bring things back. So I'm going to stamp up the background. Hi Tina, sorry if I've missed anybody. I do try to keep looking at the comments. If you have any questions, please add them in the comments, and what I do once I finish the video, I go back and answer any questions that you have for me. Okay. Righty, so as you can see, this is well used as well, this stamp. So I'm putting quite a bit on there. Now in the original one, I did something slightly different. I used the let me just grab that, the stencils. Oh, there we go. And I masked out the bit there. Now you can do that. If you do that, you need to press a little bit harder to make sure that you go, because these stencils are quite thick, that you go for the other side. But then when I did the second one and I stamped all of it, I tended to like that a little bit better, and because I was embossing. So again, that's your choice which way you want to do it. So we've added plenty of ink onto there. So we're going to go in with the stamp platform. Now I saw a tip on one of the YouTube videos. I can't remember who was doing it, because I know sometimes you think, oh, a little bit CPR pressing there. This is a whiteboard cleaner, you know, to wipe off writing, and I saw it used for people if, you know, if your fingers aren't very good, and if you go over your stamp platform like that, it does work really well. Just a little tip, they're very inexpensive. Stationery shops I think sell them, or you might find them on eBay or something. But it seems to give a lot of pressure. Another thing you can use is a brayer. The pressure of a brayer is quite good as well. I'm just going to turn that light because it's reflecting on the plastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is remove that, and then I'm going to be a good girl, and on screen I'm going to just give that stamp a little wipe. As you will see, excuse my tea towel, but trying to cut down, help the environment. And that's it, that's fine. So I'm going to leave that in there for now and put that to one side. Okay, so what you'll find is you've got a bit of time with this as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to lift up the try and get in view. That's it. This is just clear embossing powder. I think you're best to go for the fine for this, only because it's quite a detailed stamp. Another thing I will say, not so much for the backgrounds because it doesn't really matter, but if you're doing a more detailed sort of stamp where you need the lines to be perfect, use the bag with the dusting powder. I think it's like a talcum powder, because that will remove any residue, because your fingers do get, you might not realise, but the residue from your fingers, the embossing powder will stick to it. It sticks to everything. Okay, so I like to keep mine in a tub, and this is like from a baking aisle, to spoon on. It's just my way of working with embossing powder. Okay, so we've got that there. You can see a little bit because I think my stamp wasn't perfectly clean, but it doesn't matter, this will still work. Okay, so I'm going to now get my hose. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, just let my heat tool warm up a little bit. Oh sorry, the heat tool scared the cat, she doesn't like it. Sorry Angel, I'll be as quick as I can. Oh no, she's gone. Okay, so as you can see, yes, it is a big bin, Natasha. I've been building that up for a long time. I keep topping it up. I've got Lisa's in there. I just keep adding to, and still fascinates me embossing. I'll just stand my tool up there. Okay, hi Christine. Right, as you can see, I think I've got it all. Yeah. Oh, missed a bit there. I'll just put it on again. That's the only thing with the clear. When you use it, your silvers and your golds, and you go, wow. Not quite the same with the clear, but that's all right. Right, I've got white paper only because the light reflects, and I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Right, let's have a good looky. I think, yep, I think we've got it all. Right, so to be honest, it's not something I would normally do, but I quite like that as it is. Don't worry about being late, Christine. You can catch up. Thank you, Natasha, for doing me the links. I really appreciate that. So now you can see why I didn't really want to emboss the original bottle. That was just black. Black. I tend to use, when I'm using a black ink, I tend to use VersaFine Clair, because I just find it's the crispest ink on the market for me. That's what I prefer to use, but whatever black ink you've got will work fine. And you can now feel the notes erased. Now, for those of you who haven't used, I mean, I think a lot of us have used embossing powder. Embossing powder is like a plastic. So when you're using it on a project, anything that you put it over, it will encase the colour behind it. So this technique is wonderful with white embossing powder if you're working on a coloured card. But because I'm already working on white, the white is the colour that is encased, so that will show through, and that will become clear once I ink it. Okay, now the red I'm going to use, I've got the oxide. I'm going to go for Candied Apple, because that's the nicest red, I think, out of my collection. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to get work on there. So for this, you want quite a generous amount of ink, because you want to make sure, we want to make the music notes prominent and really show up. So I'm going in with the ink tool, and then starting off the page, if you can see, that's a really beautiful rich red. And as you can see, the music notes are starting to pop. Okay, so this ink pad is quite juicy, because I haven't used it a lot, I don't think, this red this year, so I'm just pounding more. Really rich. go. I do love red, especially around Christmas. My favourite Christmas colour. Okay. You could also use any red ink that you have. It's just that I don't have the Ordinary Distress in this colour, and I wanted as near to a bright Christmassy red as possible. Okay, so at this point, what I tend to do is just give it a little dry. Only very quickly, because we don't need it to be. And then I purchased... Oh, sorry about that. Angel just got spooked. Excuse me. Right, I purchased these really cheap microfiber cloths from local supermarket, and they are fantastic just for, you know, when you've used the waxes to polish up the waxes. Okay. Oh, you like the colour, Christine? Yes, I do. Excuse the noise, my little cat just jumped up. She, for some reason, she doesn't like the heat tool. It really spooks her. It's all right, come on, you can come back. And she's the queen in our house. I'm sorry, she's number one. Oh, hi Anne, hi Dawn. Glad we've got more people joining us, that's lovely. Okay, so as you can see, the musical notes are quite prominent, but what I'm going to do to bring them out more is go over with the cloth. Okay, now you can use you can use tissue for this. I just found the micro fiber. It seems to bring it off really nicely, and you can wash them. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference there. Can you see how it's not so easy on screen, but you can, in reality, where I'm dusting, it's because it actually it repels. If you see the shine, it's repelling the ink. And actually, this is giving you the same effect as if you had white embossing powder. It's only going to work on white card, but it works, and it can give you a stunning effect. Okay. Yes, Natasha, the cats do steal the show. Yes. She was determined to do that. But I know you all love cats, so I know you will all forgive me. Right. So we'll dust away. And I think that's really, really effective. You can do this with any of your stamps, and it really, really predominantly brings out the white in the background. So what you've got to remember, whatever colour your background is, that is the colour that's going to, that the plastic will, the embossing powder, sorry, I call it plastic because I want you to realise it is a plastic, and it's encasing the background colour. So that's lovely. And then I went for a black because I think black always makes colour pop. It just does. It's wonderful. So we'll get our 5x5 card, and I've started using the bookbinding glue. I saw Lisa, if I see somebody using something, and especially Lisa, because I know everything she uses is very good, I thought I'll try it, and I have to admit I'm liking it. I like the nib, and you don't need to put glue on the top. And every time I've done this project, I've put glue on the top. Just wipe it off. I think it's just habit. So we're going to stick this sort of on a slant, so the top is just popping over the top. It's not, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, I've gone sort of approximately in the middle. Okay. Now this is the important bit. Because we want to get the candy cane inside, I want you to bend over just slightly your card. Now this isn't too thick, this card. It's ideal for doing this. Yes, Dawn, I love the glue too. It's wonderful. So what I want you to do is, you're only need, because this glue is very strong and you don't need a lot of it, is just go down the sides. Okay. Put a little bit there. I haven't bothered with the top because I don't think you need it there. Just a little bit down each side. So we're leaving this part all free for the candy cane, or anything else that you want to slip in there. That's up to you. Okay. Then we're going to stick it on. We're sticking it over the black, slightly offset. So it's leaving sort of kind of a shadow. And what I want you to do, I think you can see, is keep a very, not too much, but a bit of a little curve, sort of like that. And then what you can do is, just to test it, you can put your candy cane in and hold it round. That's a good tip. just to make sure that you've got it should be okay. And I found with that glue, because it's so strong, it does tend to hold it. I would go for a stronger glue, or another option would be probably the red tape. That's pretty good. Right, can you all see me? Because on my screen, oh yeah, we're going again. It seemed to freeze then. I think we're all right. Yeah, it seemed to have a freeze, but I'm still going anyway. So we'll stick down, and I'm going to remove the candy cane, so we don't need that there at the moment. Okay, next I used one of my favourite dice set, which is the beautiful bows. Mine, I placed mine onto, it's in the packet, there you go, on magnet, just so I don't lose them, because I'm very good at losing dies, especially these little ones. So if you can pick up this magnet sheeting, I do recommend it for storing your dies. Okay. Right, here are a few of the bows. I know you've seen before I tend to cut out in bulk, because I like to do a lot of them. So I've gone for quite a few different colours, and I thought I'd decide on the night which one we were going to use. Yes, Tina, do get this glue, it's great. And if you look, that's stuck already. Brilliant. So I think because we're going for sort of, see, I like all of them. I think we'll go for the gold and red. Yes, we will. We'll go for that. Okay. And all you need is a little stick. And I'm going to put it about there. And again, your Cosmic Shimmer will probably work for this as well. Because that sticks quite quickly, doesn't it? So as you can see, it's sort of 3D off the card, and I really like that. I know it costs a little bit more to send, but I don't think we're going to see as many people this year. So maybe just a candy cane, just a little something. And I think it's something not just for children, are they? Unfortunately, out of the pack of 12, I have 3 left. I don't know where the others have gone, and I know I haven't eaten them. So yeah, adults like the candy canes, but you could put something else in there. That's up to you. Now, what I've done for the decoration, I've die cut quite a few pieces. There we go. I've done the tree. We've got, there we go. This stamp set is, this is the Christmas Elements. Love this one. And there are your, most of them are out of that. I think I may have done, oh yeah, I think they are. I may have done a few out of the other. I tend to mix and match with the Christmas sets because I bought them all, because I just think they all blend together perfectly. So for your colouring, I mean, you can use anything you want, really. I'm very addicted to the pencils from Lisa. I love those with the Zesty. I think they work perfectly. So then if you do a variation, you can decide where you want to place things on there. Like I say, the first one I did the gingerbread man. I've got the reindeer's quite sweet, but I think that reindeer doesn't stand out well. I think we're going to go for the tree. Yeah, we're going to go for the tree. So, like I say, this is your choice. And I like to do a few different ones so that I can decide on the night. So, and I think I'm going to go in the middle, because I think that's beautiful. And then we could, I don't know, what do you think, guys? Do you think that, I think that's quite sweet behind, hiding behind the tree. Yeah, it's go, I'm doing it. Wasn't planned, but it's going in. I'm going in. There you go. So let's take that off. Let's bring him down. And I'm not going to stick in, I'm going to let him just sort of, like, so he's sort of peeking there. Yeah, like that. That wasn't planned. Out of the set, I've also cut out some little stars. And what I've done with these, they just stamped them, and I've added, I don't know if you can catch them on the video, just your clear glitter pen. So I think that was from Crafter's Companion, and I had a star there. Oh, we need one for the tree, don't we? Now, of course, you can decorate the tree, but I haven't really got time to do that. That's something you do yourself. You could put the lights, the little light stamp works perfect for that. And then we're going to just put a few little couple of stars. There we go. And I think, thanks Tina, what do you think? I think for the decoration, I don't think it really, because it's, if you look, I've also put some sparkle on there. I think that's really lovely. So we'll head for sentiment. Right, I brought out these. For me, when Lisa first brought these out, they are for me an absolute godsend. I'll tell you why. Sometimes you're in a rush or you just can't think of the wording, and I love the ticker stamp sets. I use that regularly, but what I like about these, there's so many different sentiments. I like the white, you can change the colour, and obviously for this card we've got so many different words. I think maybe the red. What do you think? Red or maybe black, because we've got some black behind, haven't we? Shall we go? Let's go black. See, I didn't want to plan the wording I was doing. I wanted to decide during the live because I just think it's more fun. So we'll go for, let's have a look. What about winter wishes? That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, we'll go for that. You can cut them on your trimmer, but I like to do them with scissors because then I like to trim them down to the size that I prefer for the project. Okay, so yeah, I like that. And you know, I have this little thing where I like to curve them. Yes, gems, of course. You see, I just need Lisa there to tell me what the gems would look lovely on the tree. I haven't got mine out at the moment, but I think decorating the tree, we all do our own tree to our own taste. So I will not tell you how to decorate a Christmas tree. Okay, so we're going to put the winter wishes across there because I think that's quite pretty. Okay, and then sort that down a minute. I love this glue. It's really I've only recently got this, so it's something new. So winter wishes, got that going that way. So because the bottle's slanting, I'm going to have the winter wishes straight, so it's sort of, no I'm not, I'm changing it. Sorry girlies, I'm going straight. I'm going back to match the tree. There we go. I can change my mind, I'm allowed. And yes, I would definitely add the gems to this. They would look beautiful. Sorry, I've just got a bit of glitter on the winter, but that's okay. Right, so lastly, one of my favourite little stamps, just because I adore candy canes, is a little candy cane and I love it. And because we're going detail with this, I don't want to use the Distress because I don't think they're the best for detail stamping. So I've got Versamark Claire and I'm using the Tulip Red because it's quite a nice bright red. And then what we're going to do, dip that there, and we're going to just randomly add, oh no, I've missed stamp, but that's okay, I'll go back over, that's it. And to be honest, it doesn't matter because you're doing, it doesn't matter if you don't fully stamp because it's just for your background. I think we'll have one there, and I think we'll have a bit at the bottom. See, I've got it all over the ink blob, that doesn't matter. So I really like them. What I think the only thing more I would do with that, I may add a little bit of gold, maybe wax around the edge, which would look quite pretty. Yeah, you could do that, or you could add a little bit of you could distress the edge. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's distress the edges with red. Oh yeah, that's lovely. That just finishes it off. You see, this is me. Nothing ever tends to go to plan because I have these ideas in my head, and then as I'm going, different things come around and I think, oh, let's try that. Right, I think, oh, little gingerbread man hiding there. Let's just put that there. I think that's it. And we'll put the treat in there. Now I'd love to receive this. And And if you've got a bigger envelope, obviously you can put it higher up. So there we go. That's the one we've done tonight. Okay. With a little reindeer peeking out, which I really like. It's just pretty, and so everything's sparkling. But yes, add your gems and decorate your tree to your taste. So that's the one we've done tonight. I will put the video on YouTube, and I will also put a photo of the finished card. This is the original one I did. I did that as a top folding tent card, okay, with the gingerbread men. Okay, so you could do them for different members of your family and just add the Christmas theme bits, what you think that they prefer. And then this is a gold one with blue, and then I have, but I'm not sure where it is, prepped a green. There it is. I've just pre-prepped a green one there, so that's another one that I'm planning to do, because I just think these are lovely, so you get a little gift. Just before I go, this is the I just wanted to quickly show you a little bit more of the technique. If you don't want the white background, because the embossing powder is encasing the colour, what I've done here, so I've inked the background in a reddy orange colour, then I've embossed with clear embossing powder, gone over with the blue, wiped it with the cloth, so as you can see you still get the colour in the background. Okay, and then very quickly, this one, it's got a blue background, I've stamped, and you can see I've embossed, and just so you can see what it looks like, I'm going to use picked raspberry. You need a healthy amount of ink on this. I'm not going to do it all because I know you want to get on with your evening, so quick. Okay, so you'll go over with another colour, and then I'll get my cloth and as you can see, I'll just give it a good wipe. The embossing, see that? The embossing will pop through, so you will have the coloured background with the colour on top. Right, I'm going to leave it there because the cards are all finished. I just want to say thank you for joining me. Please join Lisa. She's bringing some wonderful new gifts to us on the 3rd of November, 8:15 on Create and Craft and 1:30 p.m. The new items are absolutely wonderful, and I know I say that every time, but they honestly, truly are. They are something that I'd hoped Lisa would be bringing to us, and she has. And I am sure you're seeing the sneaky peeks, and we will reveal the new samples to you soon. So I hope you're all well. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I wish you a lovely evening and the rest of the week. Bye!